The retaining wall is a concrete block, something like a Versalock. Does not look like it was installed properly. I see no drains coming through the wall, and I see no caps, and you've got some of these stones that are even turned around, so it will need to be replaced. Gravel driveway. This is the neighboring property. You've got a trailer that looks like it's from the 50s, and an old abandoned property over here. Up here on the deck, you can see where the metal roofing is not completed or tied in properly. And this little shed is just put together with pretty much what looks like any type of sample color they could get their hands on. It is not finished inside, and it does not have a floor. Here's a tree here that's downed and tipped over or fallen. I have no idea which well is ours or which one is operational. There's a wellhead right here. And when you look across the yard, right behind this tree is another wellhead. We do not know where the property lines are. We could not see any evident pins. This section is under the garage, or under the addition. This is the garage. The garage is not finished. Gravel floor. No firewall between the living area and the garage. They have heat runs in here that aren't insulated. The garage doors do not look like they are operational. As you know, you cannot have a garage under a structure without having a fire-rated ceiling. There is plumbing running through here, as well as drains and supply lines. This must have been a pretty cheap double wide when they purchased it, because it's just 2x6 floor joists. All right, this is the second beam that goes out for the cantilever deck. It is tied into a beam that goes all across the basement. It's joined here. They have a plate on this side, but they do not have a plate on this side. Another box missing a wire, or missing a cover. There's just tons of plumbing that's cut. We don't know what was here. This is the I-beam that is supporting the cantilevered deck. It comes into the building about 3 feet and is not done proper. And the only support that's holding up the cantilever is the fact that it's sitting up against one of the beams from the double wide. Plumbing wise, you'll see this condition throughout. They have ABS tied into PVC by a Fernco. Some of it's glued together. In here, it's just another part of the basement. It is heated by a gas space heater. You've got some cabling here that's not connected. Pretty much everything is just sort of ramshackled, put together. In this room, appears that there was a shower in here at one time. There is a toilet, as well as it looks like there might have been a washer and dryer hookup in here based on this white pipe. Again, more electrical connections that aren't proper. Over here, you've got an electric water heater. Just gimbal to turn. You've got an electric water heater that is showing signs of age. It's going to need to be replaced. Here's your well equipment. It's torn apart, so I'm sure they had problems with that. It looks like some of the plumbing is broken. There's a salt unit to treat the well water. It's not looking like it's connected. Here's your electrical panel box. Main entrance cable, as you can see here, is cut, and it's cut up here. This box is also done improperly. It does have double taps and a lot of cut wiring everywhere. Okay, down here you can see the structure of the double wide steel frame, etc. Again, all the insulation has been removed. I mean, there's just a jumble of wires and pipes. We have no idea what they were connected to, where they went, what they did. Over here, you can see these two pipes here where my light is. That is where the outdoor furnace came into the property. We do not know how it was tied in to the gas furnace here. We don't know if they had that to save money, or if the gas well ran dry, or if this is a utility that supplies the gas. Again, none of the wiring in here is proper or correct. I mean, you're going to see this condition everywhere. It's not properly attached. Doesn't have plug covers on. They just did a really bad job. Okay, here is another, yeah, it's on now. Here is another shot of where they removed the floor joists here. You can see that they cut them and didn't put any additional framing in. All right, this was a laundry and coat room. It has some sort of vinyl flooring on it that is just absolutely destroyed. The walls are not finished properly. Here's the connections for your washer, dryer, etc. Little alcove here. Again, there's no lights on in here because we can't turn the power on because the wiring is improper and the main entrance cable has been cut. Here's access to the basement. Unfortunately, when they built this, it did not have an access, and they ended up cutting out the floor joists, and instead of putting additional bracing in here, it's just the plywood in the ends of the joist, so that's not proper. In this particular bedroom, you do have an issue with, we have no idea what's going on with that ceiling. When we come out into this hallway of the addition, it is drywall, but it is unfinished, not taped, not properly trimmed out, not finished. All right, this would be bedroom number 4. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, bedroom 4. Same condition. You've got drywall, walls and ceiling, electric, forced air apparently, open box. I've got a closet that was, you're looking at the log wall of the exterior of the building prior to the addition being put on. Plywood plywood shelves. All right, this is another bedroom. Again, door frames are not cased properly. Doors damaged beyond repair. Carpet will need to be replaced. Drywall. Again, you see the condition here where there's a gas forced air vent. And then in this wall, you've got an electric baseboard heater, open outlet box. This is a closet of sorts here, unfinished and just really needs some work. One of the bedrooms. This addition is drywall, walls and ceiling. It appears that the ceiling was just some sort of a stipple roller that they used to finish it. Again, it will not be possible to match it in any way. It looks like this one has electric baseboard heat, as well as perhaps forced air, since there is a radiator here, but I do not know if it's connected. Again, more wiring that is incorrect and improper. Unfinished drywall in the closet, and obviously a mouse infestation. All right, this is, from this point forward, is the addition over the garage. Again, everything that was installed is installed without trim. None of the doors are trimmed out. This is a bathroom, full bath, improperly installed shower surround. It's not even framed in. They have a vent pipe running up the corner here beside the toilet. The walls in this room are butted up against the exterior log siding, as you see here. And then you just have the typical Marlite panels here. Going to need to have the vanities replaced. You've got your bifold doors that are busted up. Again, we've got a, hey Val, bring me that flashlight. Again, we've got an electrical panel stuffed into a closet. I see a bunch of double taps on the breakers. Many of them have double taps, which is an illegal situation. It is not covered. And it probably does not have a split ground on it, so that will not be the code as well, since this is a sub panel. Okay, this would be the master bedroom. You can see the windows shattered, the exterior panes of glass. Carpet is shot and will need to be replaced. Plug is incomplete. Same type of ceiling as in the other room. It's just that stippled, some kind of drywall maybe, with not tape joints, just the trim pieces that join it together. Most of the plugs are typical to this one, without any plug cover. Again, the carpet's pieced together, the carpet's stained, and they need to be replaced. The walls are unfinished pine. Most of the doors do not have casing around them. This would be the master bathroom. It needs gutted. The sink's in poor condition. There is a closet here of sorts. There's also a linen closet here. Again, these are the wiring conditions throughout the entire property. There is nothing that is in a junction box. They're just wire knotted and hanging open. And these are only the ones that we can see. Shower is in rough condition. As you can see, this ceiling, which will be nearly impossible to match. Vent fans missing. It's just in very poor condition. All right, this is the kitchen. Kitchen is a flat panel cabinet. Very cheap. Fiberboard drawers. They are not dovetailed. Laminate top. The vinyl flooring will need replaced. It's all tore up. As I said before, this is a double wide trailer. They tore the roof off and added on a cathedral ceiling. This particular room is not too bad. Their front door, instead of having an exterior rated door, is a hollow core interior door. It's been screwed shut to prevent access. A lot of the windows are not trimmed out as they should be. This is a pantry. It's just unfinished plywood shelves. Electrical outlet's not covered. That's typical throughout. And you can see where the double wide went together. It's just spray foamed. Got a lot of unfinished wall here. Unfinished wiring. In this shot, basically you have drywall on one wall. You have paneling. It's probably from when the unit was built. And you have some pine siding and what appears to be just a stippled type of paneling for the ceiling. Electrical system has conditions like this throughout. Improper wiring. Over here, open connections that just have a wire nut on them. Up here, there's a plug up there, totally not in a box, improper. All right, this is the deck. It's very unstable. There are areas of rot everywhere. I won't go past this section because around here it is just totally unsafe to walk on. Everything's rotten. This front porch has no steps other than this 2 steps over on the side here and no railing. It will most definitely need a railing installed. This gives you an idea of what the log siding looks like. Electrical entrance. This is the front elevation. The porch roof was never finished. Metal roof is typical, even though the colors don't entirely match. You can see the stone foundation here does not go the whole way down. Come around here and get a look at this air conditioner. Air conditioner's old. Service panel's been removed, so you know it's probably had issues. On this elevation, you can see the deck, the railings all rotten, falling in. Coming along to the front. This elevation, the stone veneer has not been completed or is falling off. Again, more of the carpenter bees. This is the deck. The deck is unsafe to walk on. There's a lot of carpenter bee damage here. There's a lot of rot on the deck planking. This particular section cantilevers out over the house. I do not know if it's properly attached inside, but it's sitting on I-beams. Again, this part of the deck cannot be walked on. Here's the electrical and the gas line. Come here, maybe run out to the well over here, we're not sure. All right, on this elevation, this is the other side of the garage, which is an addition. Here you can see the condition of the carpenter bees. It's typical all over the entire property. Again, this is just a wood siding made to look like a log home. It was improperly attached to the existing building. You can see how this right here is just spray foam, and you can see the bees flying in there now. Window frames look to be ranch casing over the windows, and that is rotten. Here above the garage doors are not flashed properly. The wood's starting to rot. Up here we have a broken window. This garage door doesn't work right. This particular part of the building is an addition. From this point, this way is an addition. The garage floor is unfinished. There was I don't believe the furnace was working because they were heating the property with a hot water wood-fired boiler. The boiler sat here. There we go. Okay, 525 Anderson Creek Road. It's a double wide mobile home with log siding on it. The log siding has a lot of issues with regards to carpenter bees. Here we see the HVAC unit, and it is torn apart and obviously not working.